Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to another session of our series on Sirah Nabi, the story of the life of the Holy Prophet Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. What have we done so far? So far, we have looked at his timeline in part 1 from the time he was born until the time of the hijrah, the migration to Medina. And in part 2, we look at the life of the Holy Prophet from the time of the migration, from the hijrah until the wafat, until the time he passed away. And today we're going to look at the character of the Holy Prophet, the characteristics of the Holy Prophet. There are four main characteristics. One, Siddiq. Siddiq. Two, Amanah. Fatonah. Tablic. Yeah. Siddiq, Amanah, Fatonah, Tablic. Now, there is an easy way to remember these four main characteristics of the Prophet. What you have to do is to remember the acronym Sifat. Acronym Sifat. S-I-F-A-T. Sifat. That's easy, isn't it? S for Siddiq. Right. S for Siddiq. F for Fatonah. F for Fatonah. A for Amanah, A for Amanah, and T for Tablic. So, the four main characteristics of the Holy Prophet: Siddiq, Fatonah, Amanah, Tablic. Now, let's look at each of these four characteristics. The first one, Siddiq. Siddiq is from the Arabic word Sod Dal Yaakov. Sod, Dal, Yaakov. What does this mean? This word means honesty. Honesty. Siddiq means honesty. Now, the Holy Prophet, even before he became a prophet, he was very well known amongst the people of Mecca. Amongst the people of Mecca, they already knew him very well for his honesty. There is an authentic hadith which highlighted this characteristic of the Prophet. One day, the Rasulullah SAW went up to Safar. Safar is a small hill not far from Mecca, and Safar is often related to another hill called Mawar. What are these two hills? Safar and Mawar. These are the two little hills between which Hajar ran up Safar, ran down from Safar up to Mawar 7 times looking for water. That was the time when the well Zamzam was discovered. Alright, so back to Safar. The Holy Prophet went up to Safar and he called to the people of Mecca. He called to the people of Mecca, called them by their tribes' names, and they came. Or they sent representatives. And when they were all gathered, he asked them, if I were to tell you that there is a cavalry in this hill waiting to attack you, would you believe me? If I were to tell you there is a cavalry in this hill waiting to attack you, would you believe me? The people of Quraysh unanimously answered, yes, we believe you, because you have never lied to us. See, the Rasulullah SAW is really well known for this characteristic of Siddiq, honesty. And in the Quran, In the Surah An-Najm, verse number 3 and 4, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, nor does he speak from his own inclination. It is not but a revelation revealed. Nor does he speak from his own inclination. It is not but a revelation revealed. What does these two verses mean? It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam only speaks what has been revealed to him. The Holy Prophet does not speak of his own inclination. That means he does not speak as he wished. He only speaks what has been revealed to him. The Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is an honest man. Shiddiq is one of his main characteristics. Now let's look at another one. Fatona, from the Arabic word Fato Alif Nun Ha. Fatona. Fatona means intelligent. The Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an intelligent man. Now, there is an example. An example of the intelligence of the Rasulullah. And this happened when he was 35 years old. 35 years old, 5 years before he became a prophet. At that time, there was a big flood, and Kaaba was damaged. So, the Kaaba has to be rebuilt. The people of Quraysh, the Quraysh people of Makkah, worked together to rebuild the Kaaba. Good. Everything went fine until it came to the part about placing the Hajarul Aswad. The Hajarul Aswad is a black stone. This is the cornerstone of the Kaaba. And to be the person to place the Hajarul Aswad in its correct place is a great honor. However, the four main tribes of Makkah could not agree which tribe should have this honor. So, they decided that they will leave the decision to the first man who entered the Kaaba the next day. The next day, by Allah's will, the first person to enter the Kaaba was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so they presented the problem to him. How did he solve it? This was how the Holy Prophet solved the problem. He told the Quraysh, take a big piece of white cloth, and he put the Hajar Aswad in the middle of the white cloth. The white cloth had 4 corners, and he gave each corner to each of the 4 main tribes of Makkah. And so, together, the 4 main tribes of Makkah shared the honor of placing the Hajar Aswad in its proper place. See? That demonstrates the fatona of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is another characteristic of the Holy Prophet. So, what's the next characteristic? Amanah. The next characteristic is amanah. Amanah is from the Arabic word alif, mim, alif, nun, ha. Amanah. Amanah means trustworthiness. It also means to be responsible. Alright? Now, in the Quran, in Surah Al-Azhab, in verse 72, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, indeed, we offered the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains, and they declined it and feared it. But man undertook it to bear it. Indeed, he was unjust and ignorant. So this trust, this amanah, was offered to the heavens, to the earth, to the mountains, and all these declined. They dare not take on this amanah, this trust, except man. So amanah is a very big responsibility. And the Rasulullah SAW has this amanah. The word amanah is also related to the word amin. Amin. Amanah, amin. And amin means the person who can be trusted. The person who can be trusted. And the Rasulullah SAW, well before he became the prophet, was already called by the people of Quraysh Al-Amin, the man who can be trusted. He was trusted by everybody. Even those people who didn't like it, but they trusted him because he was a responsible man. And at the time of the Hijrah, when the Rasulullah SAW migrated from Mecca to Medina, he left behind Ali with instructions to return all the things that had been entrusted to him. It took Ali 3 days and 3 nights to return all these things. See? Even though the Rasulullah SAW migrated from Mecca to Medina, he did not shirk his responsibility. He is a man who had amanah, trustworthiness, a responsible man. Next, Tablic. Tablic is from the Arabic word Taba lam yain. Tablic. Tablic means to spread the message. To spread the message of Islam. Tablic. In the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 67, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, O messenger, announce that which had been revealed to you from your Lord, and if you do not, then you have not conveyed his message. And Allah will protect you from the people. Indeed, Allah does not guide the unbelieving people. So this is a direct order, a direct command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so Rasulullah SAW carried out this command, Tablic, to spread the message of Islam. And how did he do it? He did it with words, he did it with his actions, and he did it with his character. Alright? In an authentic hadith, verified by Imam Muslim, a man named Hisham bin Amir once asked Aisha, the wife of the Holy Prophet, about the character of the Rasulullah SAW. And Aisha replied, the character of Rasulullah is the Quran. That means, whatever the Holy Prophet did, whatever the Holy Prophet said, were all reflections of the Quran. Whatever he did, whatever he said, were all derived from what is taught in the Quran. The character of the Holy Prophet was the Quran. And in Surah An-Nahl, verse 125, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction, and argue with them in a way that is best. Indeed, your Lord is most knowing of who has strayed from his way, and he is most knowing who is rightly guided. And so, that is the commandment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam carried out this command from Allah. The Holy Prophet is our role model on how to perform Tablic. How the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spread the message of Islam. That is the correct way. That is our role model. So, those are the 4 characteristics of the Holy Prophet. 1. Siddiq. 2. Fatona. 3. Amana. 4. Tablic. How to remember that? Easy. Just remember the acronym Sifat. S for Siddiq, F for Fatona, A for Amana, T for Tablic. Right? You can remember that? Good. So thank you very much for following this short session. And inshallah, we will meet again. Inshallah, we will meet again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.